Hi everyone, this is Will. Just wanted to give you an update on my use of velocity banking over the last 7 months and even before 7 months. Velocity banking to me is simply taking the resources that I have, especially and access to a revolving line of credit and using that to pay down debt. Now, there's many forms of revolving lines of credit. One could be a business line of credit. One could be a personal line of credit. One can be a home equity line of credit. And I initially started this journey looking for a home equity line of credit to reduce my 3 mortgages that I have. I was unable to get a home equity line of credit because I needed to improve my debt situation and my operating situation. Lastly, credit cards can also be received or looked at as a line of credit. So with me unable to get a home equity line of credit starting in January of 2024, I started looking for, okay, I need to improve my credit, look at different things. I wanted to pay out the mortgage. So I found the concept of velocity banking and accelerated banking on the web, and I started to implement them. So prior to velocity banking and using a credit card as a line to reduce my overall debt, I would get my paycheck from my employer. I would then place it in the bank. Then I would pay off all my bills, credit cards, car note, student loan, food, travel, whatever I had going on that I needed money for was being paid through a bank debit card or using a credit card. So I did that for a number of years and decades of my life. Then I started using the principles and techniques of velocity banking and accelerated banking in January of 2024. Um, one of the debts in general on my credit report, according to Experian, I was carrying about 31 to $37,000 in credit card debt. When I looked at my last report, I think, or when I added up my last numbers, my debt was about $11,000. And that's on the personal side and the business side. So I have significantly reduced my debt over the last 7 months using velocity banking as I have implemented it. So now, starting in um, March of 2023, I really amped it up by taking my paycheck, taking consulting money that I received, taking rental income I received from my properties, taking etc. So anytime that I came across money, I used it to put it in the bank and transfer it either by the United Postal Service, mail, or banks. Yes. I use convenience checks to write to my vendors and then go to my post office and mail the checks. This is just again one way that I'm using it. The post office is probably about 5 minutes away, but that's just one way that I'm using it. Stamp, envelope, and mail it in general. And also for my bank sending drafts in general. So now, once I have these two mechanisms to get money onto the credit card, I'm using something with a MasterCard logo, a Visa logo, or an American Express logo. These are the three major processors of credit card transactions. I select a credit card that has a balance that need to be paid off. So if this is 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, or whatever you have, I select one of them, put my entire paycheck or all of my sources of income onto the credit card. Now, there's one particular credit card that I'm especially using because I can write convenience checks off of the credit card It has a lower interest rate, the same rate that I'm paying for my credit card as I would pay for a convenience check. And then because I'm putting my paycheck onto the credit card, it's voiding out, or in general, is zeroing out the convenience check because the money is already there. Then once I have the credit card that's selected, I pay out all of my expenses, monthly, daily, emergencies, or any credit reporting income that I need. So in general, what I fundamentally have done, no longer whatever surplus I have or extra money that's left over at the end of the month is not just sitting in the bank. I have emptied out those accounts, and for the most part, I may leave $20 or $50 in it as an emergency or as a way of maintaining the checking accounts until I figure out something to do with them. So I need to have direct deposit. So from my employer to the bank, some money stays in here just because direct deposits that I'm using. But for the most part, I try to remove all of my income and place it on whatever these lines of credit that I have to deal with and pay down. Again, go to the post office and write convenience checks and send them out. And also banks, in general. So that's what I just wanted to just provide an update on where I'm at in just practicing velocity banking only with credit cards and convenience checks and cash advances to pay down debt. These are all tools that I've utilized, wanted to get experience with, and pay down debt. The next phase will be by July the 17th, I was able to secure the $50,000 HELOC on one of my investment properties. Once I start implementing that after July the 2nd, that will pretty much wipe out all the additional work that I'm doing in order to reduce debt. I will still be using one single credit card to run all my monthly expenses through, and then take that home equity line of credit and pull money from it to pay down the credit card debt to avoid interest being charged. As I've stated, I am not a CPA. I am not a certified public accountant. I'm a political economist. I look at data and information on the government and the economy and see how decisions are being made that impact individuals. One of the decisions has been inflation has increased. So I look at government statistics, data, policies. In general, it's being stated that Americans have record credit card debt in general, homeowner debt, food and other things are increasing. But if you practice velocity banking, it is at least one way to help you to reduce inflation given this period, or given 5 months from now, 10 months from now. The way that I've implemented it, I think it has been beneficial to me at this point. And I'm hoping in July the 17th, moving to a next level of kind of even more consolidating this in general. So I just wanted to just come in and just give you an update of where I am and how velocity banking has helped me. I now put as much of my income as I can to sit on a credit card, whatever debt I have, and then pay those debts from there. The bank is holding very little of my resources in general. As soon as I receive any type of income, if you give me $100 or $1,000 for a birthday or Christmas gift or any type of gift, that money guaranteed will go on one of my debts. So if you want to help me out or provide any information for me, then I would prefer the resources to pay down debt. Gifts are nice in general, but yeah, use your resources the best that you can. Gifts are nice, they help out, but if you're in debt, try to use whatever you can to get out of debt so that you can provide more experiences for your families. Okay. Well, again, this has been Will, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Thank you for understanding and trying to help me to understand a velocity banking. One of the other things that I've also done, I have also provided small micro loans to my clients to try to start velocity banking, to utilize their personal line of credit in general, and that has helped. So yeah, there's different aspects of trying to help individuals to understand velocity banking. If you have any questions, definitely shoot me a email. My personal number, my business line is included. Be more than happy to talk with you about how I have used and implemented velocity banking from my perspective. All right. Please, please, please hit the like button or subscribe button to try to move the video up higher so others can see how velocity banking has been utilized in the real world. All right. Thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate this and really appreciate you hitting the like button. Have a great day. Bye-bye.